In order to capture Christmas reindeer and exchange them for money, the villagers set up fences in the square ahead of time. But when Christmas Day arrived, the reindeer herd didn't show up like they usually do. Only 2 injured reindeer appeared. To figure out what was going on, the villagers quickly drove deep into the mountains to investigate. What they saw was a chilling scene. All the reindeer were lying on the ground. It looked like they'd been attacked by some terrifying creature. While the villagers were still puzzled, one of them noticed a large hole in the wire fence. They immediately figured out the research team must be responsible, which led to wolves getting through the fence and attacking the reindeer. To recover the loss of $80,000, Jack quickly took people to confront the research team. But when they arrived, the place was completely abandoned. Only some strange photos and a deep pit were left behind. After confirming the site had been abandoned by the team, they had no choice but to leave. But to keep the village safe from wolves at night, Jack set a trap at the entrance to the village. But unexpectedly, the next day something strange appeared in the trap. As Jack cautiously inspected the trap, he was suddenly startled by what he saw. It turned out to be an old man. To avoid getting in trouble with the police for setting illegal traps, Jack quickly called his companion to help deal with the body. But just as they laid the body on the table, the old man's nostrils suddenly twitched. It was clear he wasn't actually dead, so Jack's friend leaned in to hear what he had to say. But the next second, he was suddenly attacked. As the situation turned extremely tense, a boy suddenly rushed in. He claimed the old man might be the Santa Claus from legend. Turns out he had read an old book when he was a child. It described Santa Claus as a man-eating demon who came down from the mountains every Christmas to catch naughty kids. While everyone was still skeptical of the story, the old man suddenly showed a vicious and inhuman glare, which scared them into tying him up. Then a voice suddenly came from the walkie-talkie in the old man's bag. Jack picked it up to talk. To his surprise, the caller was a wealthy man who wanted to buy Santa Claus to cover the $80,000 debt. They discussed it and took Santa Claus to make the deal. But strangely, the rich man said after seeing him that this wasn't Santa Claus, but just one of Santa's elves. While everyone was still confused, they were silently surrounded by many more old men, who quickly launched a fierce attack. Seeing they were outnumbered, they hurried into a warehouse, only to witness an even more terrifying sight. A 10-meter tall ice sculpture stood before them. It had Santa's signature reindeer antlers on its head, with heaters nearby and kids stuffed into sacks. The elves were in the process of thawing Santa Claus. Once he was free, the children would become his meal. At the critical moment, the boy came up with an idea. He told the man to fly a helicopter and lure the elves into the reindeer pen. In the end, they didn't manage to capture the reindeer, but the 200 elves became a huge fortune instead.